Hi, welcome to Three Dudes in a Movie with your hosts Jacob, Marty, and Ryan. Here we watch and review a variety of movies. Also, find us on Instagram at Three Dudes in a Movie. Thank you for listening and enjoy this week's episode.
He did it. Let's do it.
Oh, we're recording now.
All right. Welcome to Four Dudes. I just did it. Three Dudes in a Movie, and we got our guests.
What up,
What's your name?
Tristan? We're not doing the knock thing this time.
I'm Jacob Thomas. This is
Tristan here.
and we got
Ryan.
and
Marty, Vanilla Wafer Bedwell.
all right. That was great. That was awesome. We're working better.
Tristan, thanks for bringing the wafers, man.
No problem, man. Best dessert in the world.
Dude,
Sorry.
I'm sold.
Sorry about that Three Dudes mix up. That was my fault.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. I mean, there's four of us.
And there's four of us and you're a dude.
There are four dudes. We could do three dudes plus one.
That's a
Ryan
that's a tough
said we
competition.
should start calling it Three Dudes Plus, and I low-key like it.
That sounds like a
TDM
subscription service.
TDM
No.
Plus.
It does sound like a subscription service.
Now it makes me
Well, when
nervous.
we finally get a Patreon.
Yeah, that's true.
It's an easier rebrand.
But we still, I think we have to keep the name for the sake of people finding us.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why we just add a plus symbol at the end and we're good.
Is that how that works?
Sure.
Why
You
not,
mean what's
man?
going to make the difference between what we were and what we are now is a special character?
Tristan's a pretty special character.
I would say so.
No, I meant the plus.
I know.
Well, it's so that in the future, if you guys want to add even more people, we
Oh
don't have
no,
to update the name again.
that sounded
Okay,
like a
we're not
shot.
adding anyone for more than
please
one
don't.
more
You're-
episode again.
You're
Like,
playing with fire.
we're
here.
fine with it. Maybe a guest, but like,
What's the most you guys ever heard off a podcast? Like most guests on a podcast at one time.
The pod.
How
It's they have like 8 people on it.
oh
Are you
man,
really?
Yeah,
For
it's
real?
really good.
Oh.
Mhm.
Probably kind of funny.
Yeah.
Whenever they have a guest, they'll have up to 6.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Nate Land, I don't think has ever had more than 5.
I've seen one that does up to 6.
This gets crowded.
Although Crowder does like a lot.
Talking about the
Jay
band.
Crowder.
No.
Oh,
The
Sorry.
band, Jake Crowder.
Mug Club,
Yeah.
who?
Steven Crowder,
Steven
Mug Club.
Crowder.
Stephen
Crowder,
Curtis
Crowder.
Chapman. Crowder.
Yeah, for sure.
I
I
feel
do
like
know who you're
it-
talking
it
about. I'm sorry.
depends
I was
if it's-
joking, but I do know.
It depends. It's different if it's like a recording of a show that they're streaming, because that's like what Kind of Funny does. It's really just a game show that it's like a talk show, but they record it and stream it as a podcast, and then they call it a podcast. Which whatever.
Yeah, that does it. Yeah,
That Andrew Schultz one has like 6 guys on it.
Okay.
Full Send, I think.
Yeah.
Full
It
Send.
might not
That's
be
such a
Full
good
Send.
name for a podcast.
That might be the
Even if it's
Paul
different,
brothers,
that's pretty good.
actually.
Oh
No, it's not Paul Brothers. What is theirs?
no, those are Paul. It's called Paul Bearers.
Paul Bear.
No.
You guys follow him on it's Jake Paul's boxing career?
I mean, I
No.
see when he fights. I don't
Chumps.
watch it or anything. Didn't he just lose his first fight?
Yeah, I fought a real guy.
Can you do that again,
Yeah,
Ryan?
Well, it's a split decision.
Oh,
Was that? Oh, that was a punch. I was like, is that a stab?
Yeah, he's punching a meat little meat thing.
Little.
What is
I think it's that wood.
Well, also, yeah,
That
it's
beam.
like John Wick 4.
You
That's
didn't get
how,
this.
that's how it starts. Yeah,
I thought
that's
he
true.
recorded these sounds during John Wick 4.
No,
No.
I have new sounds this time.
What's
Oh.
what's the Stephen King quote? He
We all float down here.
no
No.
no he beats his fist against the post.
He does.
Oh man, hold on one second. Y'all keep talking.
He does it to. He expects to see his ghost or something like that. It's for
Isn't that like
he thrusts his fist against the post and still insists he sees
the ghost. It's for Bill and his
It's
stutter.
a tongue twister.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
who's Bill?
the main character from it.
Skarsgård?
No,
No, but that's a
it.
good. That's a great point. That was Pennywise. Did you see?
That's it. Dude.
Have you seen either of the iterations of it?
I've seen all 3 of the It's.
Okay,
That's a lie. I've seen the new 2. I haven't
Okay.
seen the Tim
You
Curry
haven't
one.
seen Tim Curry?
those are pretty.
No.
They're pretty great. Bill is just like
He's
the
the
leader
main-
of the kids.
Yeah.
His
It's
name's Bill?
Yeah.
I forgot.
They don't even
that.
call him Billy. It's just Bill.
Yeah.
It was the 80s. Bill's like an 80s name.
I never saw Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone in Stranger
At
Things is
all?
named Bill.
You don't watch Stranger Things at all?
No, I did. I watched the first.
No, that's right. No,
I
'cause-
love that
that's
you
right.
waited to bite that till he was in the mic.
No, but that's so funny because that's right. Because I picked up season 2 3 years after starting it. We had stopped on the same episode.
The beginning of season 2.
Yeah, you watched like 2 episodes of season 2, right? Yeah. We had somehow stopped on the same episode.
Is there a Bill in
No.
Stranger Things?
Not to
No,
my
I was
knowledge.
just making a connection between
Yeah.
the 80s.
Oh, that was.
Some celestial.
It's like I'm a
being.
pretty big fan, and I didn't. I don't
Yeah,
remember
dude,
a
he's-
Bill.
He's the boom guy.
Yeah,
Bill the boom guy.
No, Bill the boom guy. No, I was like, Will. They might call him Bill. I was like, I don't. Maybe when he's an adult.
Start calling him Bill.
Yeah.
Oh man, hey, what are we talking about today?
Well, there's only one person who can answer that.
Two Towers.
Which two, Ryan?
Great question. Nobody officially knows.
All right. Yeah, so
That is true.
we're on our IMDb top 100 movie list, and
This
this
was
week
number?
was number whatever. It
I
was.
read it's 12, right?
I write them down. That's
14?
a pretty solid. That's a pretty solid pull.
Oh, I
think you're right.
I'm the one that picked it.
Watched movies.
Are you?
Yeah.
14. He was, yeah.
Yeah.
We called him. Also, I'm so glad we're recording right now. We have to get a new number today, and we didn't talk about it before we started recording.
I was gonna propose something. I was gonna propose a new
I'm not ready
release.
for commitment. But
I was gonna propose a new release.
Well, we still need to pick the next number on the chart.
yeah, we need both.
For sure. I agree.
Okay.
And I'm just a plus.
Well, unless we get to the new release, for sure.
All right, I got a number. All right, fine.
Do you? That's
yeah,
fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Well, you're picking a number, or you got a phone number to
I got
call?
a phone number to call.
Okay.
Ooh.
Drop
Heck
it
yeah.
to Ryan.
Who is it?
Drop it to Ryan.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Okay. I'm new to this.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt.
Yeah, man, we watched Lord of the Rings Part 2.
I watched an hour of it.
Yeah, you did. You watched the Battle of Helm's Deep, which is the best part.
hmm I was pretty tore about my Chipotle at that time.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a pretty rough night at Chipotle, dude.
You want to go ahead and tell that story real quick?
What happened to Chipotle?
Yeah. Okay. So last Tuesday night, I brought my students to go see the new Mario movie, which was pretty good, a fun time.
Wahoo.
And afterwards, I was coming over here to watch the end, or I guess I call it the end, but there's like an hour and a half left of
That's
it,
true.
so it's
you
not
watched
really
the whole
the end.
movie.
So I came over here to do that, and on the way, I picked up Chipotle. Online ordered it, set it for a time to pick up. I got there, and I've been waiting there for like 10 or 15 minutes, and nobody would say anything to me, not the employees or anything. They just kind of looked at me. And I give them a break because it was pretty busy. There were two other people in there. So they were pretty slammed at the time. I saw two bags sitting there.
Yeah, but someone was in
and-
the bathroom too, so there was 3 people.
Yeah, for sure. There definitely was. And I saw two bags sitting there, and I went up to the counter. I was like, hey, are one of those, for Tristan here? And she's like, yeah, but it's not ready yet. And I was like, okay, well, what am I missing? And she's like, well, we're out of cheese for the night. And I was like, oh, okay. So
It's a
can
pretty
I?
important ingredient. In Chipotle.
Yeah. And I was like, well, can I get my food then? Because you're not going to put the cheese on there. She's like, no, it's not what you ordered.
That's true.
And I was like, yeah, for sure, I get that. But I did pay for that, what's in the bag right there. So I'd like to take that and go. And she told me, no, you didn't pay for that because there's no cheese on it.
Oh man.
And I was like, okay. And so I took a step towards the counter to grab my bag and leave. And she grabbed it off the counter and took a step back from the counter.
It's hostile.
And then I was a little caught off guard and looked at, there were two people in there and they looked at me and I was like, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do now?
So I took another step and grabbed the bag from her, gently, nice.
Yeah.
And all she said to me was, have a nice night. Like nothing happened.
Comfortable.
And I walk out to the car and open up my taco and there was cheese on it. And I was so confused and upset.
She's like, gotcha.
And I didn't know
April Fools.
how to
On
process
April 9th or something.
those emotions. So yeah, when I got over to their house, I was still, or here, I guess, I was still kind of processing that whole thing. And
Still processing.
yeah, I have not been back to that Chipotle and probably will never be back at that Chipotle.
Yeah, just in case she's still there.
Yeah, it would. I don't know what the deal was.
Yeah.
I think I was just an unfortunate person that they decided they were going to do this to.
Yeah.
And it was tough.
That's tough.
But I had Chipotle the next night, so
Okay.
I'm a ride or die. It doesn't matter. I'll
Clearly.
be back
Next
every
year,
time.
vanilla
Just not that
wafers.
one. Hmm.
Is there any? Have you guys ever sent food back?
Never.
Yeah, but only when it's like brutally wrong.
Okay.
It's been a while, but they usually get it right.
What was the last time you sent back, Ryan?
We're talking probably 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
What was it?
Wait.
16-year-old Ryan throwing
Like-
stuff back?
13-year-old?
They typically get it right, or
Okay.
I just man up and eat it,
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
unless it's really wrong.
Dude,
but
I
that
will
haven't
scrape it off in front of them. I will wait for the waitress to walk by and be like, I asked for no sour cream, and just swipe it off
See,
my plate.
happened. That's what I mean by man up. You pick
Yeah.
it apart and eat it.
And then she's like, is everything all right over here? And I'm like, does it look like
This
it
is
is?
not
I'm
all right.
covered in sour cream. Like,
Your hands are just.
Yeah.
Do I look okay?
this is not great.
What would you do? She said, we're out of cheese, so we added extra sour cream.
Dude, I would probably leave. I would just leave money on the table
Yeah, I
and just
definitely would've
head
gone
out
with
of
that.
there.
Just go to Moe's real quick.
We had another instance at a Mexican place on
yeah,
Wednesday
we
night,
did. We
dude.
did.
Oh, yeah.
I
He
forgot
told me,
about
yeah.
Oh my
that. He
goodness.
said, do you want cheese dip for the whole table?
table.
What? for the whole table. It means queso. Yeah. Chicken and rice. Yeah, chicken and rice and cheese. And then queso for the whole table. Oh, for sure. And then you got it on the side. You got your chicken, your rice, and you had your cheese on the side. And it was even less.
Yeah, I didn't even get as much cheese as I should have gotten. And then the table directly across from us gets this huge bowl of cheese. And I was like, what did I have to say to get that? Yeah. And Jacob's like, why didn't you point at the menu? I was like,
I would have pointed at the menu.
I don't know. I thought she totally understood. I don't know what I did wrong. But
That's
it was
tough.
Top 10 most uncomfortable moment.
You dropped your credit card trying to pay for it.
And then she stood there waiting for me. And I didn't realize we paid right there. And I was like, let me go ahead and grab that.
Let me just get that real quick.
So she walks up with the mobile device.
Toast.
And so she's printing off. She's printing off the receipt. She's printing off the check. And so she gives the check to Tristan. Tristan tries to give the card, or you were getting your card out, and then you dropped it. And she goes to pick it up. He goes, no, it's fine. Just leave it. I'll get it. And then I was like, and I knew. I was like, well, all right. And so then she gives me the check, and then I give her the card. And then he goes, oh, you pay right here. And I go, yeah, man. And so he crawls under the table and gets his card. It was so fun.
I didn't have anything that crazy, but I also went to a Mexican restaurant Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And
Mexican restaurants are really good here.
They really are.
Yeah,
they are.
Well, not the one we went to, but
Oh, okay.
The service was
I went to a lovely one for lunch today.
Yeah.
My lunch was covered. It was beautiful. But Wednesday, we ordered and everything, and my burrito came topped with white cheese sauce.
delicious.
Super excited about it. And so I think this man goes, white cheese sauce? I'm like, yes, please. And then he walks away. And then my friend Sarah, who I was with, goes, really? One check? I said, what? She's like, he asked if you wanted to do one check. I was like, Sarah, I'm so sorry. No, I do not.
I really can't right now.
And she was like, yeah, I know. So she knows I'm broke. It's okay.
That's funny.
So I was like, I swear to everything. He said, white cheese sauce? I was like, yeah, heck yeah, man.
Dude, for sure.
There's nothing I want more right now.
I could see how it'd be confusing.
Yeah. What is something that you've sent back or they got brutally wrong?
Dude, it's usually a tomato thing.
Oh, really?
Like raw tomatoes are so powerful and just wet.
Yeah.
Like
it's sweet.
If you get it mixed in with it's honestly usually things that get mixed in.
Okay.
But I will say the most recent thing that I've sent back was, and it's probably been a year or two, my family was in town. We went to a pizza place and we ordered a pizza. It sounded amazing. But no diced onions, no diced tomatoes.
Yeah.
And the pizza had both of those things on it.
What was the pizza place?
Boombaz.
Oh,
Pizza
never
Hut,
heard of it.
dude.
I was going to say. I was hoping you'd say 5 points, so I'd be like figures.
No, I love me some 5 points.
Have you ever sent anything back because it was underwhelming? You're like, this is not good.
After you finish that
wait,
sucks.
That was the worst.
Yes, one time I ordered it's my fault for doing this in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, but I ordered their Nashville hot chicken sandwich at Buffalo Wild Wings in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. And dude, that was not chicken.
Oh, no.
Dude, what I bit into
imitation crab
was like a rectangular, it was deep fried, but it was like a rectangular cube.
It's an ice cube.
Dude,
Was it slimy?
And hard at the same time.
It was probably undercooked. The fire was probably on too high.
Could have been like.
Not that I've never worked in a food business place in my life. I
was shook. That one I was like, look, I'm not picky, but I'm not paying for this. Like, this is not okay. And they gave me some wings instead, and I was like, I'll take those.
Which kind of wings? What flavor?
Probably garlic parm and lemon pepper.
Nice.
That's my favorite. Dude.
Yeah.
That's my one too.
Yeah, they're both so
garlic.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
they got some underrated nachos too.
Oh yeah,
I got a big full plate.
Yeah, I just had them for the fight night last week, and they were pretty filling.
I like to do their burgers. Their burgers are a good deal.
Yeah.
The cheese curd burger,
dude, it's a cheese curd burger.
I
Always,
know.
it's a thick patty, bacon, cheese curds. Man, it's a good time.
No, so we went golfing on Friday, and before that, so we were at Old Hickory. So I stopped in Madison. I went to that Madtown Coffee.
That's right.
Yeah, and so I stopped by there, and I was super hungry. And so then, so I got a breakfast wrap. Made sure to get no tomato.
Was it good?
Well, when I got my car,
except for the tomato.
Yeah, it was great, except for that tomato. Like as soon as I took a bite, I was like, "That's kind of sweet."
That's the worst.
That feels like tomato. And so I looked down. Of course, this slimy just thing.
Biting into a tomato unexpectedly, I would gag.
Dude, I did that at Disney. I thought it was a little russet potato. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
I guess.
Little cute,
And
cute little guys. Yeah.
it was in some shrimp and grits,
Mhm.
which was I probably shouldn't have guessed it was in there.
Tomatoes and shrimp and grits.
Well, here's the thing. I thought it was a potato. And
No, you thought it was potato.
I put
roasted
the
potato.
whole I put the whole thing in my mouth. It was a cherry tomato.
Ooh.
And dude, I almost
Cherry tomatoes
threw
are my least favorite
up
thing.
I almost
at the Disney restaurant. I had to like do the whole napkin thing and
Oh yeah.
push
Part
it
of,
to the
part of the
side.
reason why I hate tomatoes so much, I almost choked on a cherry tomato in 3rd grade. Like legit, it was stuck, and I thought I was going to die.
Oh,
So
man.
then I went from then on, never touched a tomato.
It was Bob the tomato for me. That dude was a punk.
Yeah.
That dude's a punk,
the
dude.
best.
Straight going for the throat.
Yeah. I sometimes I expect it though, because you go one or two approaches. Either you go order the thing like it is, assume that tomato is going to be in there, and just look for it and pick it out. Or you ask for no tomato, and then you get violently surprised when you bite into a supersonic double cheeseburger and it's got a tomato. And you're like, dude, just ruined my day.
Yeah, I've started checking now. I'm just
you have to.
I'm
You
soft.
have
I'm a
to.
checker. I don't want pickles, mayonnaise.
Oh, really?
And that's okay
Tomatoes,
because
any
you
of
paid
it.
for it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And it's not rocket science, really, guys. Like, I'm asking you to do less work.
I've-
Don't put a
Just
tomato
put a
on
tomato
there,
on
dude.
there.
When I worked at McDonald's, all the time they would just send sandwiches out, and the person at the window would be like, "You get the no tomato on there or the no onions on this?" They're like, "It's already made."
Yeah, so is that how
They
that
are
happens? Is
the
that
worst.
Is that
Yes.
they pre-made them and then they just throw
They
'em
just
out there?
go. They just
Yeah,
go.
right.
They do make them fresh. Yeah,
But they're already pre-made. Like they're
But-
making them
because
and then
it's an
when
assembly
somebody
line.
comes
It's just
in-
an assembly line process.
Yeah.
And so they just go without thinking about it.
right.
Yeah, it's a problem.
And that's the problem with America.
That's pretty much our problem. Yeah.
You know what doesn't have these problems?
Uh-oh.
Middle Earth.
Middle
Middle
Earth,
Earth's
that's
got
right.
its own problems, dude.
Dune.
Hans Zimmer, dude.
That
sounded like Dune?
I was thinking more along the lines of the Horn of Helm's Deep.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I could see it
I
or hear it.
There. Were you there when?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
'Cause
sure.
that's towards the end.
Yeah, dude, I'm just a plus.
I think I think you're just like skull. We're in Minnesota right now. I think we should do that every time.
Dude,
we
Kirk
start talking
Cousins
about
was
a
at the Battle of Helm's Deep.
He had to be right.
You like that?
You like that? You should play that every time we start talking about it. Whatever it is. Just. All right, that's our movie. That's our
Kinda-
cue. All right,
I
we
kinda
gotta
like
start
it.
talking about. Get back to work.
I'm sorry. That's 1000% Dune, though. I don't care what
That
anyone
is-
says.
That does feel like Dune.
Oscar Isaac just got killed by that poison
What
bug.
is the Helm's Deep? What does it sound like?
I don't know, and I don't want to try and play it.
Point, point, point,
I mean,
point.
it's close to that. It was just a low
Are
horn.
you afraid you're gonna click on a meme or something?
No, I'm afraid we'll get copyright striked.
Oh, okay.
You've been copy struck.
Even though we don't make money, but still don't want to have that happen.
Did you like my Agnes
I
Jackson
was
or
gonna
whatever
say,
the lead singer of
well, we just
AC/DC
got
is?
copyright struck because of Thunderstruck. But
Did we?
No,
just now.
I said
Just-
copy struck.
Just right now.
What should we talk about? This is a long movie.
Well,
talk
Which
about
one did
whatever
we
we want.
watch? The normal or the director's cut?
We watched the extended edition.
No, we watched the
it was
special
on 2 DVDs,
extended
dude.
edition.
Which one do you think we want?
No,
Oh, like Titanic?
No, Jacob. That
two
was 2
VHSs.
Blu-rays.
Yeah, sorry, it was 2 Blu-rays, dude. Which one do you think we want?
I
They
saw
were
an
on
hour
disc.
and a half of it. I don't know which disc you guys were on.
The movie started with Helm's Deep. You think?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
He was
sold.
like, hey, I know you guys. It's been 3 years, but let's go to battle. Nah, dude. This is the second one. 2 Towers. Yeah, and this is the extended edition
Because we
Yeah.
grind.
because we grind.
Dude, absolutely.
We stay
And
grinding.
because it's better that way. I'll admit
And
it.
again, Sauron doesn't show himself. You know, I think this
Yeah.
is.
I'll have that conversation
Soft.
again if we have to. I don't
It's
care
soft.
for...
Soft of him.
soft, dude.
Sauron should be so cool, and he's just a big eye.
In the sky.
In reality, if you
Illuminati.
were watching the 3 movies and you skipped the 2 Towers, you honestly would pick up pretty well with the Return of the King.
That's true. The only thing you'd miss would be...
Wait.
what's his...
The third one's called Return of the King?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was Battle of the Five Armies or something like that.
That's
Hobbit.
that's the 3rd Hobbit.
Dude, I was dead serious. I
No,
thought.
dude,
I
he's
just like how
doing
you-
it. He's doing
No,
it, dude. He's
dude.
doing it.
I just
Don't
like
listen
you
to
just
him.
walk-
Someone, no.
So
You
that one's
walk
called
in
the Battle
halfway
of the 5
through
armies
to
because
the
there
2
are 5
towers.
armies
There's
that are
not,
fighting a
but
battle
There's
over a
3
mountain.
armies and like 2 bears.
That's
Okay.
true. That's true.
Well,
I just like
okay,
how you
let's
walked in. You're like, "Where's
It's-
Benedict Cumberbatch's
No,
dragon?"
yeah.
So you've got the
Like a fly
dwarves of
flew through.
Erebor. You've got the dwarves of the.
Sorry, say what was that first
You
one?
got the dwarves of Erebor.
Okay.
You got the dwarves from the Iron Mountains.
Okay.
You've got the eagles. You've got the orcs,
Go birds. And
Yeah, you got
and
the,
I guess it's the and the elves.
you got
that's
the
the 5
English
armies.
from Wales. You've got the English from England. You got the English from the Scottish. And you got English and Northern Ireland. That's 4 armies against
Dude,
the Germans.
can we just watch Belfast again?
Honestly.
I want to watch the extended. I own the extended edition of that one, and I haven't watched it yet.
We're talking about Hobbit right now.
Yeah,
They made
the third
they
one.
made extended division.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My understanding is
They're
they
good.
added
They added 5
30
more
minutes to the battle of five
the
armies
fighting.
scene
It's
at
pretty
the end.
great.
I
It
haven't
was
seen
already
that
like a
one.
30
Does
minute
Thorin
long battle.
Oakenshield does he have a death scene? I don't even remember.
Yes.
Okay.
Dude.
So
He's
Thorin
voiced,
dies.
what's his
and a couple
actor?
of
Thor?
Richard
Thorne.
Armitage.
Yeah.
Dude, he's so good in Castlevania. I'll just plug that right now. The animated Netflix show, it's so good.
No, I thought that this one was. I literally thought the third one was called Battle of the Three Armies, and then y'all told me that it's called Battle of the Five Armies. But I didn't pick up on the whole thing that it was actually
Oh.
Hobbit.
We were correcting what you said,
yeah,
but not correcting your.
for sure. I
Curiosity.
didn't.
You
I
had two
honestly
things
didn't.
wrong. We corrected one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
I
Yeah,
honestly had no idea.
You're really leaning into this, huh?
No, this is not. This is not an act yet.
Hey, we're just doing a bit.
He
We're
said
just.
this is not an act yet.
No,
So I can
this
start
is
now
dead
though.
serious.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% on that.
So when Michael Jordan finally showed up to
Yeah.
Nike headquarters,
No, dude, he goes. They're at Helm's Deep and Legolas and the dwarf are talking. Gimli. I totally.
Gimli.
He's like, so this is the last dance, huh? This is it.
yeah, and then the music started playing.
And then Legolas goes, I might have one more. Shit, I don't know.
And then Jason Bateman and Matt Damon showed up, and you're like, what? I don't get what's going on here.
Ryan, they're talking about air,
It was great.
not oxygen, but the movie Air.
Michael.
What, Tristan? What's your experience with Lord of the Rings?
So, didn't grow up watching it. I think Lord of the Rings is all like Star Wars, where you need to watch it by age 6, or you just think it's not great. That's my opinion.
That's
I didn't know-
Age 6 is too young. 'Cause
Well,
I
that's why
didn't
my dad didn't
watch-
let me watch it because I was only 5 when they came out.
See, I didn't watch any of these until I watched Star Wars for the first time at 11.
Oh, really?
And
Lord
you
of
liked
the
it?
Rings. Oh yeah.
Oh, my
Lord-
theory is
and then
debunked.
I do see what
And
you're
Lord of the
saying.
Rings was
As a
after that.
kid.
The rest of this, that was
Yeah.
only the first one. I was like 13 or 14 by the time I saw the last Star Wars. Well, of the original 6.
Yeah, I was like probably 7 when I saw A New Hope.
Yeah.
Or I was probably like a little younger than that. And I until
remember
legit
being
when I was
5.
like 12 years old, wanted to be a Jedi when I grew up.
I mean, I still would like
I think
So-
everybody
And you met Tom
yeah.
Brady
in that age period does.
Yeah. So long story short, I did not grow up watching these. I was too young to really get
Which is
it.
interesting because you're a homeschooler in my head.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
my
that's
head.
true. That is facts. I was a homeschooler.
Also a baller though. I mean,
Also a baller,
Yeah.
but not about me.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of about me. We're talking
Why you
about
got
me
your
right
Cubs
now
hat on, dude?
because we just beat the Dodgers in a 3-game series. So
All right, see now it's
Good
about
for
yeah,
you.
get on
Good
that,
for you.
Cardinals. But anyways,
Yeah.
hey, Tigers won 2 in a row.
Hey, good job, dude.
I tried watching them a few months ago at my in-laws while my wife was. I don't really remember why we were at her parents' house, but she was running around doing stuff all day, and
For the love of family, probably.
her parents weren't there. They were in Branson.
Oh,
We were just using her house as like an Airbnb.
Missouri.
Yeah, they love Branson.
it's a great spot.
Someone's
yeah.
gotta.
Yeah, retired
It's good.
people
I
love
like it. I love it a lot.
Anyways, tried it then, and I just don't like them. But
Okay.
I do really enjoy the soundtracks for them. Those are really good. But I think Frodo's a scumbag. I think I have some hot takes that I think I don't know if people will
Scumbag
agree
is
with.
such
My
a
favorite
word.
part
Yeah.
is I knew he was going to open with this.
Yeah.
Well,
What you need
yeah.
to do,
You told me that you were coming after Frodo.
No, I'm
Yeah,
coming after
dude.
Frodo,
You didn't say you were going to use the word
what you need to do
scumbag.
is read the books.
That will
And-
never happen, man.
Same,
Okay,
dude.
so then
That will
you
never
listen
happen.
to the audiobook.
Again, it probably won't happen.
Tristan doesn't read. His Bible.
He
I
reads
do
his
read the Bible.
Yep.
I do read the Bible.
Only 'cause it's his
the
job.
movie is
That,
the way that I've always
no,
put
I
it.
love it.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy is one of the closest movie to book adaptations you're going to find, but they got things wrong.
That's contradicting. I feel like. What do you mean they got things wrong?
Well, they weren't 100% correct.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
and they changed things a little
There's
bit here
nothing
and
that's going to
there.
be 100% correct.
I don't care. I don't like
See,
the
but I
movies.
do, 'cause I read the
know.
books.
I appreciate that you love the movies, and there are movies that I like that people think are total trash, and I get it. Revenge
we-
of the Sith.
Okay.
I
oh,
love Revenge
no,
of the Sith.
No, that's a good.
We're
yeah.
fans here of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's a good one.
Phantom
As you
Menace.
said,
No, I'm just
Attack
kidding.
Yeah, you said Attack the
Now
Clones,
this
right?
is pod racing.
yeah. No, I really, 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 really want to like Lord of the Rings.
You don't have to.
I just can't. And-
What are some things that you don't like? I mean, obviously, yeah, so you don't.
Frodo
like
stinks.
Dude, I'm in there. I'm right there. I want everyone to
Um,
hear this. I don't like Frodo at all. He's the worst part of these trilogies.
I feel like I don't know. I just don't. I don't care about any of it. That's the thing is I don't care about the trees. I don't care about Count Dooku being a scumbag too. I don't care about that king not loving his son. That might be the first one. I'm not sure.
He's King Regent, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's
That
in
king
this
not
one.
loving his son. I don't care about Orlando Bloom not being a pirate. Trying to think of what else. Trying to think. Gollum.
have love action.
Yeah.
So Gollum makes more sense once you've read The Hobbit.
I like Gollum. Gollum.
He's one of the best parts of this trilogy.
Honestly.
He's my favorite character. He's great.
I relate to him a lot.
Honestly,
I also don't go out in the sun.
Gollum being able to, and I know it had something to do with the ring and all that, but being able to flip Frodo and turn him against Sam, basically.
Yeah.
Like Sam's the only one I like in these movies.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the MVP.
Aragorn. Who plays that guy?
Aragorn.
Viggo
Vlad
Mortensen.
Smith. Oh, sorry, thank you.
Vigo?
Yeah,
Yeah, Viggo Mortensen.
Have you guys seen him in that movie where he
The Road?
lives with his family up in the woods?
Phantom.
A Walk in the
No.
Woods.
I don't remember the name of it, but it's
I'll
a
go-
wild
I'll
time.
go, yeah. You got it.
Well, so Vigo
Um,
was a last minute replacement. They
who was it
actually had
supposed to be?
already, I forget, but they had already shot scenes with the other guy. And then for some reason they decided it wasn't working out. So they called in Vigo.
Somebody figure out who that person is because it might change my whole opinion on the movie.
Captain Fantastic. Is that what you're talking about?
No, great movie though. He's in that.
Yeah, dude, he's Ben.
Oh, Captain Fantastic. Wait, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was thinking about Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Stuart
Sorry, when you
Townsend
said that.
was originally.
Who?
Stuart Townsend?
Sounds like they probably made the right decision then, because
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
who
a-
that is.
And then I was saying this the other night, I think, but I saw an article
does
popped
look
up on my phone. Apparently, Keanu Reeves wanted to play Strider, who is Aragorn.
But he didn't know, right?
See,
I
I
don't
would
know
have
if he
been.
didn't know or not, but he
I
was
would have been
begging
all the
to
way
play
back
that
in.
character.
I would have been all the way back in if Keanu was. What's his name?
No, he would have been. wait,
Aragorn?
he
Who's
would- oh,
Aragorn?
Aragorn's the dragon.
Yeah, that's a different.
Oh.
No, I
also,
do it
don't
too.
care
I
about
do it
that.
too.
So
I called him
thing-
Strider earlier because I think I was going to
A
thought I
thing
was
to
going to say the
remember,
wrong
too.
word.
I'm
Is-
thinking of the king.
the Lord of the Rings, Tolkien's stuff was written before a majority of the fantasy stuff. Like he was one of the front runners. So everything else is kind of a copy of what Tolkien wrote. Narnia is a little different because they were written around the same time,
I think everything's
but they
a
were
copy of
all
what God did.
influenced at least by
Good answer. Good answer.
Narnia and Lord of the Rings.
So Tolkien was just a weirdo.
Oh, Tolkien wrote like seven
Well, okay.
languages.
Just that's
Yeah,
why
the whole
these
reason
exist.
why he wrote them is because he had his own languages, and he said, "I gotta
You
use
got to
this.
do something
I
with
gotta do
these.
something with
This
it."
man wrote Elvish.
What's the name of that?
Schizophrenia?
I can't say it. No. Of that fat stooge who did.
J.R. Tolkien.
No. He
George
does
Martin. George Martin.
Game of Thrones. Is that?
Yeah,
his name?
George
Railroad Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah, George R.R. Martin. Yeah, that's so good.
So-
Railroad Martin.
Tolkien's like his idol.
Dude.
He probably at this point he would probably argue that he is the next Tolkien.
Is he?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Why not?
First of all, he can't finish the series.
Oh, that's right. He
He's
has
Second-
taking his time.
yeah, sure.
I haven't watched one episode.
No. The
Well,
show.
I've only watched two.
The show is much more. The show is what made the books. It's kind of like The Witcher. Like The
Sure.
Witcher's good, but it would
This
not
is a
be
video
anything
game.
without video.
Yeah,
So the Game of Thrones, like this, what is it, Song of Fire and Ice,
yeah.
is not It's not a fantastic. It's a good, solid fantasy series. It's nothing without the show. But he likes to
And
think it is.
Tolkien's nothing without the movies. I'm just kidding.
So
I
to
don't
give
believe
you an
that at
idea of
all.
who Tolkien was,
However, he did do
he was
Lord of the Rings,
Catholic.
He was a Catholic.
he's actually the
monk.
reason why
That's why I hate
C.S.
it.
Lewis became a Christian and wrote everything he wrote because of Tolkien. They were
were
in a group,
Ink-
and they all would
the
sit
Ink
down. I
Boys.
forget the name of the group, but they would always
The
get together like
Ink-
weekly and
Inklings.
discuss the stories
I like
they're
Ink
writing.
Boys better.
But then other things like Tolkien, I saw this pop up the other day. Apparently, when Tolkien sent his manuscript to the editor came back and said, "Hey, you've spelled the word dwarfs wrong."
Oh yeah.
And Tolkien was like, "No, I didn't." And the editor was like, "Yes, you did. I checked it in the dictionary." And Tolkien's like, "You mean the dictionary that I wrote?"
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a mic drop moment.
That is
And that-
so
So-
metal.
And that
George-
almost got me to care about the movies, but not quite yet. I appreciate the history I'm getting on this. And just for the record, I don't watch Game of Thrones either. So it's not like I discriminate just to Lord of the Rings. Anything that's like Middle Earth, dragons.
So you don't like fantasy.
High fantasy.
I like fantasies.
Like what?
Football.
All right.
dude.
So Frank Herbert, when he wrote Dune, he
I thought we were talking about Justin Herbert for a
I
second.
do like Dune. Is that fantasy?
So no, listen to
But
this.
that's sci-fi.
So when Frank wrote it, he sent a copy to Tolkien, to read it. It's like, hey, let me know what
And
you
he
think.
said, I hate sand.
He reached out to him. Had no reply. He reached out to him. Finally, got a hold of him. He said, hey, I don't know if you saw this, but I sent you a copy, like an early copy of my new book, Dune. I want you. And he goes, oh, yeah, I got it. I started reading it. I'm not a fan. Do you want it back? Straight up.
Yikes.
Did he see the movie? Is that what it was? Did he see
Yes,
the 1985
the original one with
movie?
Sting.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
I can't believe that exists. Wasn't that was that Lynch?
I think so.
Yeah.
Man.
Well,
David Lynch.
I'll check it.
maybe. I think
There's
so. That sounds
one
right.
actor in the entire trilogy, to my knowledge, that actually met Tolkien.
Yeah,
And-
just
Can
the
I
one.
guess?
Yeah.
Ian McCullen?
No, the other one.
Dooku?
Yeah.
Um,
He was also. I've also heard.
so
Why am I blanking on his name?
I am too for some reason. I don't know why I'm like.
Love this. Love when they bring up trivia and they know the answers and forget the answers.
I know, right? Well, anyway, Count Dooku.
That's tough.
Are you looking it up, Ryan?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Christopher Lee. I don't know why. I
Yeah,
forgot
Christopher
that.
Lee.
Yeah, that's what
Um,
he said. He said Dooku.
Duh.
Well, yeah, but we wanted the real name.
So
Um,
Christopher Lee actually forced. Wow, I've lost all the names. Star Wars director.
Lucas?
Yep. To slightly rewrite the
J.J.
character of Dooku because it was too similar to Saruman. Because Christopher Lee was a major Tolkien fan.
Does he get his
'Cause
hands
Dooku-
and head cut off as well?
What was
In the Lord of the Rings series?
no, he gets
No,
stabbed
he gets
in the back.
stabbed.
But Dooku
But
does
that's not
have
when
a
he gets.
similar
So in the
character
book,
arc.
he doesn't actually get stabbed on the top of
Oh,
the
yeah.
tower. He survives and goes back to the Shire, and there's
Oh,
this
that's
whole
right.
extra stuff that they claim they didn't do because it would have been another 2 hours of movie, and everybody wishes they had.
Everybody wishes
And just
they
made
had
it another
just-
movie, like just made it like a 6 hour movie for Return of the King. It would have been
You know,
great.
I probably would have been in if I knew that happened. That
Like,
probably would
they
have had me back
legitimately
in.
cut out at least 2 hours, if not 3 hours of stuff
I
from
will.
the books.
They
and
did
the
cut out
movies.
the whole
think,
ending.
I think something that Tristan's hitting on. I feel it's really hard to appreciate if you don't. I hadn't read the books until like a couple years ago, and I appreciate the movies more because of that. But when I remember when they came out, I was watching them. I at least had appreciation because I knew that okay, this collection of books was actually like a really really big deal. But if you don't care for that, then it's really not like at face value. There's not a lot of tension. Like you kind of just know what's gonna happen. Like I remember I was watching it with one of my friends. Was this 4 or 5 years ago? And he was like, it was the first time for him watching it. He goes, it's almost like a compilation of them, like everybody thinking, oh, that person just died. And then
Are you
they
talking
come
the
back-
movie or the books?
the movie.
Okay.
They're like, oh, that person just died. And then 10 minutes later, they're back on screen. Like, oh, no, he fell off the cliff, but he caught
See,
himself.
So that's what I'm saying about the
something-
wizard.
There's
That's something. Well, so
not a lot of
Gandalf.
tension.
So okay, there's a lot of background to it that the movie
Ganondorf.
doesn't explain. Gandalf is, you could say, the equivalent of an angel. So he essentially can't die.
You get his wings?
No, kind of.
He for
He,
sure
he
did
turned
do
from
something
Gandalf the
that
Grey to
Every time
Gandalf
a
the
bell
White.
rings.
The White Wizard was not the ruler, but was in charge of all the wizards in Middle Earth. There were 5 wizards in Middle Earth. We only see 3 of them in the movies. Potentially in that Lord of the Rings show they're doing in Amazon, we're going to see the other 2. But Gandalf didn't want the power to be the head of the wizards, and so Saruman wound up with it. And so he was white, Gandalf was gray, Radagast the brown, and then the 2 blue wizards. That's literally all we know about them. Tolkien never went any further than the 2 blue wizards.
pretty sad.
Seem pretty irrelevant.
And well, they all came
why
into
there's 2 of
play early on, like around when the ring first was made, and then destroyed. Not destroyed, but hidden away and gone for years. And so then there's just these wizards running around trying to find the ring so they can destroy it or do whatever they want to do
And
to
somehow Gollum comes upon it.
it. And Gollum finds it in the river because the ring has a power in itself to, if it doesn't think, or if it knows that the person that's wearing it will not turn evil, it will leave you. And so the ring slid off the finger of Isildur
Kyle.
into the river. And that's the river that, I don't know, 500,000, I forget the timeline. Gollum finds it in the river
5,000 years.
and he kills one of his friends for it.
I saw that.
Okay, they do go over that in the movie, I forgot.
Started the third one.
That's
yeah.
the Hobbit, is where they. No, they do discuss it there.
No, it's in the.
I'm getting it all mixed up. Sorry.
First,
Started the third one.
Started the third one. It's
Yeah.
like a flashback.
yeah, I remember it.
Yep.
They were fishing, and then
They show a little
We
bit of it in
forgot the taste
the
of
original,
bread.
at the start of Fellowship too. They go through when Galadriel's speaking.
Yeah.
And so then Gollum takes the ring and hides away with it for years. Bilbo comes along, finds the ring in the mountain.
Bilbo also sucks.
So Bilbo's very different in The Hobbit than he is in these.
I like him in
He's
The Hobbit.
barely in
I like
these.
Martin.
Martin
Short.
Short.
Martin
Yeah.
Short? Yeah,
Martin,
dude.
Steve Martin.
How long
Um,
ago was Korea? What?
But yeah, so that's how the ring gets to Frodo because Bilbo gives it up and gives it to Frodo.
Yeah, at the beginning of the first one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. Scumbag. You ruined that dude's life.
I forget why I went down that rabbit hole. Why did I go down that rabbit hole?
I hate him.
I don't know. To talk about the wizards, you were talking about Gandalf and how
Man, I got off
he
topic.
died.
And he met Tolkien.
Okay. Well, yeah, we never finished that part, did we? Sorry, I'm getting all over the place. It's been a long day, long few weeks.
No, I love it.
It's a long movie.
I will say, too, my first exposure to this world was the first Hobbit movie. So that probably has something to do with it. Number two, if Gandalf and Dumbledore were to fight, like
Dumbledore, for sure.
Dumbledore.
Gandalf would win.
No,
Nah.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Because you know what? I'm going to back Tristan up here. Because I didn't grow up with these.
Dumbledore has grit. I don't know if
I watched
Gandolfini or whatever
I
his
watched
name is
these.
has grit.
I watched these and Star Wars for the record for the first time in college. And the thing with them, I love the Lord of the Rings movies because they're spectacles in filmmaking.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
I appreciate
The
that.
story is incredibly simple.
Yep.
The villains have always underwhelmed me. I feel like they don't do a good job of showcasing power. Like we've always I'm just supposed to believe that Gandalf is like the most powerful
Right.
active thing, and all he does is carry around a stick and sometimes makes things shine.
And people not pass.
Well, so and you kind of touched on something with it. There's a kind of a difference in the Hobbit.
And I love
and
Gandalf.
Lord of the Rings.
He's dope.
So Lord of the Rings is something that you don't really. I guess a lot of the appreciation comes with understanding that it's more about movements. It's more about this like large, like big picture. Here's the point of it. It's very thematic. Like it's the classic good versus evil. And when you're looking kind of micro scale, like if you're looking at individual characters or scenes, and you're thinking, I need to see some sort of development here. Like you're not going to see that. But if you see it from a large scale, you're like, oh, this really matters. So this harkens back to a time when this is the way things were, and they're no longer that. Like in this kind of over across like just big picture.
Yeah.
Whereas The Hobbit, I think one thing they did really well. I'm not a fan of the Hobbit series, but the first couple were really good because it focused more on the characters and less on the whole like where are we going? Like well, we're going over here, but we're going to become best friends in the meantime. Like you don't get as much of that character development.
because
and
the fellowship breaks up after one
but
movie.
it's like, we're going east across these mountains, and then we're going to come in contact with all these different regimes, all these different other characters, these kingdoms that we're supposed to know a little bit about. It's more like, think of it as like a map, and there's kind of a game of risk going on, whereas The Hobbit is more so your like personal touches with characters you like.
For
That's
sure.
good. I like that.
Sorry, I sound like a whole apologist, but
No, you're good.
I'm processing
And
this
these,
out loud.
these are like factually incredible. Like they don't
Well,
need
it's
us.
cinematic.
They don't need people to love
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Another to use this word I've been using all week. Another bugaboo of mine for this
All right.
is
Can't see the bad guy.
it just
No,
that,
I'm just
for
kidding.
sure- that- I said that last time.
I know.
That
that's
guy's
awesome.
ghosting everybody.
I know.
It just feels like the scale to me. I know they walk so much. The scale feels so small. We see 2 human cities, and they are just
Yeah.
tiny.
Yeah.
And these are kingdoms.
Right.
It's like we got like Boston and New York City, and they're like 2 blocks each,
Right.
but they're still that far away from each other. And that's the kingdom of men.
Yeah.
Like there's like
Some of that is
3,000 people in this whole universe. Like
Some of that's due to when the movie came out, because you figure,
Weren't a lot of people back then.
well, no. So
I never really do that.
Weta Workshops is the company that did the graphic design for the movie, and they literally were coding the software to make that movie happen while they were making the movie.
I believe it.
So they just didn't have the capabilities of computerizing 1 million people. They were limited to what they could do. Now the
I do
battle at the
think-
beginning in the first one,
Right.
Now, those people
where they're
actually
going
died.
through like,
Yeah.
no, that one's a really cool one. They actually, part of what they developed was a video game engine. And so they just put the parameters
Dude, is
into
it the Unreal Engine?
and then
I
that
don't know, dude.
original battle scene of the elves and the orcs with the men, or the elves and orcs against the men, the battle of the Last Alliance or something like that. The Last Alliance of Elves and Men.
Battle of the 2 armies.
That was completely computer generate fighting based on a video game that was told what the outcome was supposed to look like.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to rag on it because you're right.
I do.
And they did so good, and you can do that.
I'm just kidding.
I just
I'm just joking.
The
do,
movies,
do the books do a good job with skill?
Well,
Does it feel like a lived-in universe?
There's a lot of
see,
that. Like they walked 40 miles
this
east
is
this
where I'm
way,
saying
and then they crossed a bridge here, and then there's a lot of
It
that.
just
What I
doesn't
was
feel like
saying
this world is
before-
worth fighting for to me if there's like 15 people in it.
So in the book, you get from what I remember, you get a better sense of the
happened
size
there?
in the book. But in the movies, this is where I was saying before, like legitimately, they could have probably added another 3 to 6 hours across the entire thing, and it would have been more like
And
the
I would
books.
have been
and
okay
it would
with
have
that. I like them enough.
it probably would have helped with some of what you're talking about if they had more of that in there.
Well, it is, and again, it is very much a work of literature first, and so like I said, there's gonna be a lot of a lot of the lore and stuff that you're not gonna be able to convey. I mean, you can convey in a movie, but you're just gonna be basically reading the book. A lot of the lore, it's a slow burn. Like once you kind of take it in, you're like, oh wow, this character represents whatever it is that Tolkien's trying to say here. It's really neat. Like that was one for me. Like the first, I'd say 100 pages were kind of a slog for me, and then after that, it was like, oh no, this is good.
Oh, bummer. That's where I've given up twice.
Yeah. Once you get
past Rivendell, the book just
honestly,
moves.
Okay.
Honestly.
Because the first half of the book is really just Frodo moving from Bag End
Yeah.
to his new house,
Which
and then
actually takes,
immediately
like,
taking off for
15
Rivendell.
years instead of 3 minutes like it does.
I think it's 5 years.
So, are you saying you got to get through a half a book before?
No,
Not
dude,
quite.
it's like a third
It's
of
not
the
that
book.
bad.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You said like the first half is just
Hey,
this. I'm like,
It's like
not-
the first 5 chapters.
It's not
or
like when
something like that.
people tried to like sell me on The Office. They're like, we just gotta get through for the first 6 seasons.
The
No,
best
it's
thing-
not what they
so
said,
here's
but that's
the
what
best
it-
way to look at
that's what it
You know,
felt
in
like
a
they
lot
were
of video
telling me.
games where you start and the scale of everything is small,
Mhm.
and then as the game goes on, everything gets bigger. It's the same idea.
Yeah.
I mean, the movies are kind of like that a little bit. It's just dragged out quite
Now
a
I
bit
just wanna-
longer. than the books.
now I just want to watch
Yeah.
The Witcher 3 or play The Witcher 3 again.
Yeah, honestly.
But
Well, we do have to talk about this movie in particular. So, what is our major? What are some major movements? What does it begin with? What leads up to Helm's Deep before that? I mean, obviously that's the titular moment.
so it begins. Sam and Frodo had just split, so they're off to take the ring.
Yeah.
Then we have. Wow, that was such a simplification. And then they get to meet Gollum.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's when the Fellowship.
Merry and Pippin had just been kidnapped.
Okay, so the Fellowship breaks up.
Yep, and that's the end of the first one.
Right.
Merry and Pippin have been kidnapped.
They're in custody.
They get to drink that gross juice.
Yeah.
Pretty
does it
early.
help them all speak the same language?
Kind of.
Drink
honestly.
the ooze.
Yeah, honestly.
Drink the. That was the best part of that movie. But
No, they were better.
yeah, true. Darren was the best part of Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry.
then of course our heroes 3 are the best part of the trilogy, I think, and they're just doing cool things.
We get the scene where Viggo Mortensen breaks his toe.
That's right.
Does he cuss?
Because he screams.
No, so
This is so
the
unrealistic.
scene
dude.
in the movie. So there's that scene with the pile of orcs.
Blasted.
yeah.
When they come up to the pile of orcs, there's a helmet on the ground, and he was
Oh,
supposed
I
to kick
remember
it.
this. Yeah.
And they did 3 takes, I think it was, or a couple of takes, and they just didn't like it. And then on the final take, he broke his toe.
Wait,
doing the
he
kick.
broke it.
Like broke his
Like,
toe,
legit.
and he just sent all of that emotion into the scream as if the hobbits were actually killed, and that was the one that wound up in the movie.
I love that fact.
So and
Grind.
during that running scene before that, and the horse riding and all that, it was either Orlando Bloom or
I know who Legolas
John.
Favreau.
No,
We
the
can
guy
use
who
their
played
names.
Gimli.
Yeah, Gimli. We can just use their names.
Gimli and Legolas's actors. One of them had a broken rib, and
Oh,
one of
that's
them had like a
right.
broken arm. I think it was while they were doing all that running.
And Sean Bean wouldn't climb a mountain.
Yeah, that's earlier though. He's
Oh,
not
that's
in
true.
this
He's
movie.
not in this one. He's dead.
Wow.
Another scumbag.
I love him in Silent Hill though.
This is his horn
Wait, he was
potentially.
in Tenet, right?
Not quite.
I
Was
don't know,
he
I haven't
really?
seen-
Sean
I think he was
Bean?
a
I
bad
haven't
guy.
seen Tenet. I'm sorry.
That would make sense. He's usually the bad guy. And then they
Could
meet
be
the
wrong.
Riders of Rohan, and then Wormtongue, and all the things going on over there.
The king's real pale and mind controlled.
Yeah, and they're like, we listen to this friend Wormtongue. That's the guy. Yeah, he does the bidding of the king. I'm like, really? His
What's
name's-
the Harry
the name, like,
Potter's
Wormtongue?
what's the Harry Potter's guy's name?
Taserface? Mad Eye?
No, it's Weasel.
Peter-
What's his name?
Ron?
Weaseltail.
No,
No,
it's
that's
it's
Weasley.
worm it's Wormtongue, I think.
No, it's not.
Seen the movies?
Yeah, I love Harry Potter.
No, I didn't ask if you've seen them. I said, is he in them?
Oh, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, that's
The
why.
guy,
Yeah,
the guy who was secretly Ron's rat
Yeah, that's not Mad Eye.
Um,
That's
Man, dude. Hold on a second.
It's
I wanna
like
say it's Thomas something.
Rat Tail, I think.
rat. It's something like that.
That's a rat guy name. Let me look. I'm just looking at the. No, not the actor's name, dude.
Is
It's
his
the-
real name Thomas?
Peter Pettigrew Wormtail.
There it is.
Wormtail, yeah.
Wormtail.
Close.
Yeah.
From what I
Taserface.
remember, no, it's been a while since I've read the
Taserface.
books.
Razor fist.
But I think with Two Towers, the only major thing that got changed from the book to the movies is the scene where Aragorn falls off the cliff.
Oh yeah.
That's what took me out of it, to be honest.
See, that's not in the book.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
yeah, the fact that it wasn't the same as the book is what
Yeah,
took you out of
dude.
it.
Yeah.
Oh.
He said, I'm gonna stop now.
Now, it
I
does
thought
give
you meant
us...
that's when you stop believing it because you're like, well, if Aragorn, if they fake this death, I'm done.
Actually, it's that and the elves showing up at Helm's Deep. They don't do that in the book.
Where do they
The
show
elves
up?
don't send help.
Oh.
It's left to just
Sweden.
be the men.
Sweet, of
Um,
course. Switzerland.
But now the
Yeah,
thing with
Dang
Aragorn
it.
falling off the cliff,
Dang it.
it does give us those really fun scenes of Legolas staring at him when he walks in the door saying in Elvish, like, you look terrible. No, sorry, he says, you're late in Elvish, and then he says, you look terrible in English. It's just great.
And Ryan's been saying that to people all week.
Not quite.
That's how
but-
people greet me at work.
um,
You know.
But then that other scene, I think you pointed it out, when he throws open the
Alright.
door and just
Oh
like
my gosh.
hobbles in.
I love that scene where he just two
Yeah.
hands just pushes the door open.
And then everything is at Helm's Deep, and then there's a Death Star-like weakness.
That's right.
in the
Yeah.
bowels of the castle.
It stares at the little wooden gate
Which surprisingly
thing
is
for
actually in
15
the book.
minutes.
Yep.
They actually blow that like that in the book.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, they have an Olympic runner
Last
go in
one.
there.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I've got a holder pack at home.
Hey, do you want it?
Sure.
So
This is my sharing pack.
Thank you.
Dude, you did well.
Thanks, man.
You would do well to eat wafers.
So growing up, this was my favorite movie.
This one was?
Yeah.
Just
This
because of Helm's Deep.
Not my favorite. My favorite out of the three. Yeah, I'd say it's my third favorite.
Out of all three?
It fell down
Wow.
Yeah.
Just like Aragon.
for sure.
I said that on purpose, I promise.
Mm.
Ralph Wiggum.
That was the last one. That was the last vanilla wafer.
So yummy for me. Should we rank it?
Yeah, we should totally rank it. I
Okay.
think we should.
Tristan, you ranked the movies you've seen in theaters last time you were here, right?
Yeah, or we're doing. I thought we were ranking Lord of the Rings.
We're going to.
Because I was like, I feel like we haven't even
But
talked about it.
I just want
No, we
to.
haven't.
Yeah, but we are kind of running out of time.
And that's probably my fault.
No,
It
you're
is
fine.
it's
I
always
thought we
your
were
fault.
trying to go for a director's cut on this one.
No.
And
We can't. I just wanted to be like, I just want to let you know, like, we should give a shout out to the movies we watched this week at some point in the next 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all talk about the
Yeah,
movies
yeah.
you watched this week, and then I'll talk about something I've been watching. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, we saw Air.
we saw Air.
Yeah,
we did see
What'd
that.
you think?
I liked it a lot. I mean, if you know the Jordan story and how he got to Nike, you've already you know it.
Yeah, none of this was new to us,
lived it.
but
Yeah, but being able to like see it on screen and like
the
feel
performances
like you
were really
lived it.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love anything Jason Bateman's in. To be honest,
That's fair.
I didn't know he was going to be in that until you said it. Yeah, you said Jason
Yeah.
Bateman.
yeah, he was
He
only in
did
the
a great
trailers,
job.
so you don't really see
Yeah.
him that often.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, dude. I haven't seen a single trailer from that movie. So
Oh, really?
all I saw was the screenshot of Ben Affleck wearing pit vipers. That's all I
No,
Dude, it's so
what
good.
I
Ben-
love
Ben Affleck's outfits in this movie are worth watching. This movie for.
what I love about like how they promoted this was I feel like I didn't see a trailer for it till a month ago.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't waiting
And
for
it
it
was
for
just
a long
out.
time, and it was just out and
Yeah.
ready to go see.
Yeah.
Saw that. We saw Mario. Have you guys seen Mario yet?
I've not
Not
seen
yet.
Mario.
No.
It's fine.
I think we're hoping to get to it.
Man.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. Where would you rank Air for your?
Above Mario.
But wait, have you read the Mario trilogy?
No, dude, I wasn't even a big
The
Mario
lore, dude,
guy.
The lore.
To be honest, anyone that had like Nintendos growing up, like was anyone that was playing Mario, I was like, dude, that is a nerd, dude. So I didn't really
It's shocking.
associate
Given
with
that
it.
what you told us about Lord of the Rings, I can't believe that you thought
Yeah.
Mario was nerdy.
Did you? Oh, never mind.
No, I did not play them growing up.
Okay,
because
sorry.
we couldn't afford video game consoles.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, Tristan.
Dude, I'm sorry. I don't think we could either. We just had them.
And then you called them a bunch of dorks over here
Yeah.
buying those NESs, dude.
Yeah, we did. We did have the Wii U though. And,
Oh,
and we did play
highly-
Mario Party.
Highly coveted.
That's the
Yeah.
wrong one to buy.
That's right.
She got the Wii.
Yeah, we had the Wii, but
We
it
had
was,
both of them. We had the Wii U, the
He
Switch.
said a wee
Oh,
wee.
you went.
Yeah.
You went all Nintendo, huh?
I didn't. I was a PlayStation guy my whole
amen,
life.
brother.
All right.
Yeah, never owned an Xbox in my life.
Oh.
But yeah, Air's above Mario.
Okay,
I don't remember what I said I watched last time.
that's fair.
You just told me tonight you watched Puss in Boots for the first time.
I did watch Puss in Boots for the first time.
So good.
It's better than Mario, better than
I
Ant-Man.
know. Yes.
I liked Creed more.
Okay. There we go.
So I guess
That's
I'm kind of
probably
ranking
fair.
right now from
That's,
bottom to
that's
top.
probably
It
super
appears you
fair.
are.
John Wick's number one for me
And that's
for the
okay.
year. And Air would probably be number 2.
Okay.
But I want to see How to Burst a Pipe. Have you guys seen that?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Or How to Blow a Pipeline or something like
No.
that. Blow up a
No.
pipeline.
No, I've seen that.
It's some heist movie. It looks really good. It's got like a 98% fresh Rotten Tomatoes right now.
That's awesome.
For me, if we're doing non-Puss in Boots, John Wick 4 is still my number one. I have Air would be next. Then I saw Renfield this week. Really enjoyed that. A lot of fun, super good action. It was quite funny. It's very bloody. Be prepared for that. But it was just a delight. Nick Cage steals the show, but Nicholas Hoult and Awkwafina were both just delightful.
I can't stand Awkwafina.
She killed this. I'll be honest.
He gives her Frodo vibes.
She's just
She gives
annoying.
him Frodo vibes.
Well, that'll be next, and then Cocaine Bear and Ant-Man. So Ant-Man's still last, and there's quite a difference between Ant-Man and Cocaine Bear. I'll be honest.
Wait, was Aquafina from?
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't. I don't like her voice.
She's always yelling.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Which
Which
Whatever.
is super fair. I just really enjoyed her performance in this. She was quite funny.
that's awesome. Great job, guys.
Should we also? Do you want to do your thing? Then we'll rank Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Well, also, I was thinking. I've also got it. We haven't talked about the menu, and so I was just gonna give a passing.
Man, that was so good.
Gosh, what a wild movie!
It's a great movie.
So I was gonna revisit our new releases of 2022 since that was 2022, wasn't it? Or was it 23?
It was 22.
Was it?
Yeah, I was 22.
That's not what you said, dude.
No,
He's shaking his head. He's like, no, dude.
I can't remember when we saw
I promise. I promise because we were gonna watch it.
Yeah, it was.
But we weren't able to because I had to skedaddle to Michigan.
Yeah. So it was back in November. Yeah, dude. Where were you? All right,
At the movie theater.
Where were you?
I was not. So I was gonna put that in my 2022. Did you want to go? Did you want to rank that first?
Dude, sure.
All right. So I put new releases, or I guess it's now 2022 releases. Obviously had Top Gun Maverick, and then 2 I had the re-release of Jaws, and then 3 I had Batman, 4 Puss in Boots, 5 The Menu. Did you just slap yourself? Are you angry?
No, I hit my arm. Don't
Why?
worry
Are
about
you
it.
angry?
No, I just went to turn back. I was going to
I
ask
thought-
if we could rank movies that have come out before, just
How
because they're
far
back
back?
in the theater.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Like, what's another one that you talking about? Like with Jaws?
Rogue One came out. They re-released Rogue One.
Oh, wow.
Titanic. I didn't see
Okay,
that one,
Titanic,
but
yeah.
Titan's in there.
It depends on how old it is.
So
Like
It has to
Jaws
be
we
greater
saw
than
in
25
IMAX.
years old.
Okay.
more than 25 years old.
Jaws I saw in IMAX.
So
was awesome.
Titanic would have counted.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you didn't see it.
Because it was 25 years this year.
No, but we watched it this year.
The anniversary of the sinking was 2 days ago.
R.I.P.
Fun fact.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right, sorry. Go on
Anyway,
your list.
and then,
I was
and
curious.
then number 6 was Nope. So I put it in between
Okay.
Nope and Puss in Boots. Where'd you put it?
I'll give you Batman's 1, Top Gun Mavericks 2, Everything Everywhere All at Once 3,
Nice.
Bullet Trains 4. Give me Menu at 5.
Have you not seen Bullet Train?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, that's a good time.
You
It
know
is.
when I didn't say it purposefully. I mean, they went and saw it, and I was like, "No, I'm good," because it did not look like my.
But
kind
you
of
also
movie.
couldn't go that day.
Oh, okay. Apparently
Yeah.
I couldn't go.
He had said he didn't want to see it. But
yeah,
also
I
couldn't-
was like, "This is."
he couldn't go when we actually went.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't look like my cup of tea. Like I wouldn't go out of my way to watch by myself, but I've heard good things. But it's on. What's it on now? It's on something.
Netflix
Netflix?
and HBO Max.
Okay. Yeah, I need to watch it. Okay, and then I've been watching. This isn't a movie. It's a documentary series. Full Swing
Oh yeah,
on Netflix.
yeah. Golf guy.
Yeah, I'm a huge golf
He's
guy.
a golf guy now.
I watched the first couple episodes. The first one's on. Yeah, dude, that's me on the course hitting it against some sand.
Yeah, that was a chunk.
Yeah, that was a chunk right there. First couple episodes of episode 1. So I'm Justin Thomas, JT,
Dude, did you hit a
And,
horse with that ball?
and Jordan Spieth.
It's running away.
Wait, it sounds like it's a machine gun fire in the background. Why does it sound like that? It's from 1917. And then just watched episode 2 with Brooks Koepka.
What a
I'd like to
good
say his
name.
name. Brooks
Koepka.
Yeah, it's interesting so far. I like it.
Very good.
It's a good watch. I watched it like a month and a half ago.
Golf's a crazy game, dude.
I love
Yeah.
golf.
It has me thinking.
I should watch it more.
Like, I'm thinking of sermon illustrations in the middle of it, dude.
Yeah, I just realized how much I hate myself
Yeah, exactly.
when I'm on the golf course. I'm just like, it's not great.
I was talking to at least 3 parents this morning about stuff. So we're recording on Sunday morning at church, and talking to some parents about how are things going on at home. My kids playing soccer. It's tough because they get in their own heads. There's no stoppage of time, so then they make a mistake, and then one thing leads to another. They snowball. I go, yeah, man, it's like it's kind of like golf. You got to tell yourself there's just next hole, just take the next hole, and they're like, yeah, man. I said that like 3 times to 3 different parents.
Yeah.
Like, my kid's in football, he's doing all right. Sometimes he makes a bad pass and he's intercepted, but you always get the next series. Like, yeah, like golf, like you have the next hole that you always go.
Yeah.
Like, what's your deal? So I've enjoyed it.
Jacob always tries to get to the turn. He just tells himself, I got that pimento cheese sandwich coming.
Dude.
The
And
pimento
then,
cheese
The
sandwich.
in between, once we finish up that first 9, I'm like, give me that pimento cheese.
Dude, I low-key want to learn how to make pimento cheese.
I've done it once.
Did it turn out well?
Yeah, it was Blue Apron, so they had everything you needed.
That counts. You made it.
But I could look up a good recipe.
Is there cream cheese in there, I'm assuming?
No, I'll have to look it up.
It's not. I don't like it, so I don't care.
I like pimento.
But if you saw it, do you guys ever have things where you're like, I don't like this thing? Not that I'm not saying this to you, but I'm not going after you. But
Tristan loves most things.
If you saw a mixture of something and then you're like, I don't like this thing, but then once you see the components, like what is the stuff that they use to make it, then you're like, okay, this makes it more palatable to eat.
It makes it worse normally for me.
Oh,
like
really?
growing up, if I saw my mom cooking something, I'm like, you put that in there? I was out on it.
Did your parents ever say
I'd agree with that.
Did they ever say like, well, you got to mix it all together, it makes it taste better? Did they ever tell you that? That was
Yeah, I told them they were insane.
That's the biggest lie that
Dude,
I was ever
That's
told.
how I fell in love with soup.
Oh man,
Dude, I used to hate most vegetables. Most children do, but I would be like, dude, I'll eat any vegetable in soup.
Bro, it's not even like they're hidden like a vegetable.
I don't have to
I know.
chase after
They're
my
still
food,
in
dude.
full vegetable
Dude,
form.
I know. I
It's
know,
just
man.
soggy, which is
Yeah.
gross.
Which I don't know
I
what.
hate green beans. When you put it in stew, dude, I'll smash that,
No,
bro.
I did not know. Big difference between stew and soup.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Get it right.
Put the green beans in the chowder.
Ew.
I would eat that. I love green beans.
Green bean
I'm
chowder?
just saying I'd try it.
Dude, that's shrimp,
Don't you like?
shrimp
Shrimp
corn
chowder?
chowder is great.
Don't they have a? No, they don't. Never mind. Ignore me.
Okay.
Anyway, so I watched Full Swing. It was great. So yeah. Anyway,
Cool, man.
ready to rank the.
Let's rank.
song?
Oh, should we? It's been a while.
It's been a while since we did it last episode.
Mhm.
All right, wait.
Mhm.
Right.
Go ahead.
Rank these films.
That's awful.
Rank these films. Rank these films. So
All right.
good. But rank these films. Tell me.
Dude, I would say you gotta watch this movie, but it's a 4-hour movie. You don't have to.
No, but he'd love
It's
it.
literally-
3 Idiots is
it's
so good.
Literally just.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Lord of the Rings.
Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Tuski?
improv. That was totally improv.
Oh,
What
man.
you just did?
No,
Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
I actually think we talked about that last
He
time.
talked about Scorsese.
We talked about this every time.
Yeah.
I just I watched a little bit of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Speaking of Matt
a
McConaughey,
good
the other
time.
night, and I went, "It's all right."
It's a good time.
How to Lose Me in 10 Minutes. Put that movie on.
Oh,
My ex-wife. Oh. Sorry, I haven't done that in a minute. Oh.
oh man.
Yeah, I'm not married. Anyway, so
Dude,
let's
you know what? You know what
And
meme
he
I
hasn't
remembered?
been before either.
Sorry.
You know what meme I remembered earlier today? It's all about the Mets, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets.
Come on, Mets, get a home run.
Come on, get a home run. Let's
It's
go
not about
Mets.
The money, Spider-Man. It's about
the Mets, baby.
Come on,
Let's
get a
go
home
Mets.
run.
All right. Who wants to go?
You go, dude.
All right.
I'm still crying.
All right. So just so y'all remember, for Marty's list, I am working up from 100. The Pianist is still dead last.
Did we explain that?
Dude, that movie is phenomenal.
I disagree.
You don't like it?
Didn't care for it very much at all.
My goodness.
Yeah, it's pretty low. It's dead last.
All right.
What's going on, dude?
It's
What's
it's like factually
So-
good,
Wrong with
but
you?
I just didn't appreciate it.
what's going on?
Right now, we're ranking
going
movies from the top 100 that
We haven't
you've
That we
explained
seen.
have
this,
seen.
That's why we
Yeah.
need to video it.
Yeah,
Just
that's
bring
fa-
it in,
dude.
dude. What do
Dude,
you
can I
like,
get a
the
picture of
pianist?
what's
What do
going on
you
right
like,
now?
the
Yeah, I like The Pianist. I like
Why?
it all right.
Explain yourself.
I'm a big Adrian Brody guy.
He
I also
does kill
watched it
that role.
during
COVID?
COVID.
Yeah, you felt
Yeah.
like you were playing piano in the attic.
No,
And this German man came up to you and gave you his coat.
I watched a Watch Mojo on the
Oh, dude, I
top
love Watch Mojo.
Holocaust
I have not
films.
watched- Well,
And,
you should listen to our podcast because we did the top 10 Holocaust films back to back. Basically.
Oh, really?
We did The
Yeah.
Pianist, and then what was it? Oh, we did
Life
Life
is
is
Beautiful.
Beautiful, and it was
Yeah.
just like I can't do Schindler's List. If we do Schindler's
If we do
List,
Schindler's List anytime
Schindler's
soon.
List is tough. Have you guys seen it?
No.
No, not yet.
It is a tough.
It's like
movie to
number-
watch.
Nope.
It's like
nope,
2 or
no
3.
spoilers.
probably.
No spoilers.
Oh,
It's-
yeah, I didn't say
it's
that.
top 100.
Cut that.
So here's
Nobody
how.
heard you.
So Jacob and I are ranking. Our lists are
yeah.
different. So for me, I started at 100, and I'm working up. So I won't get to number 1 until we're done with all 100. So as of now, we're at 79 is my number 1 right now. Does that make sense?
So he's 21 in.
Good math.
And this is you guys have recorded shows on these movies.
All of these.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Just making sure we're on the same page.
This is episode 36.
Yep. So that means the rest of them have been
Oh, we're almost half and
theater
half.
movies.
I didn't-
Yeah, almost.
And then my list is I lock it in. Like whatever I feel like it is, I lock it in. So it's gonna get real tight soon.
Oh.
Yep. So he just picks a number out of
Do
one.
you have a
there.
top 10 yet?
You
What
got.
do
You got. Like
I mean, I have some
2
that are
in the top 10.
Yeah, yes.
I have 3 out of the top 10.
3.
I mean, yeah, you can look at it if you want. I mean, I'm gonna read it.
Yeah.
I'll read off some of them. But
Well,
go ahead.
it's been a while since we've touched the list, so
Yeah.
I'll read all of mine.
And I don't have a list
Um,
because when we started, I didn't talk.
That's true.
You think the Prestige should be higher?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, I was playing something else.
It's okay.
Well,
I'll
that's
wait
about,
till-
that's
Just roast-
about as high as it's gonna get.
Just roast him when he
Too
says
high.
it.
too high. dude.
So here's my list, going from 100 to 79. The Pianist, Harakiri, Goodfellas, Old Boy, Life is Beautiful, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 3 Idiots, Your Name, Parasite, Fight Club, number 90, Green Mile, Spirited Away, Gladiator, 87 is The Prestige, 86 is Two Towers, 85 is Avengers Endgame, 84 is Seven, 83 is Forrest
What's
Gump.
in the box, man?
82 is The Shining, 81 is Aliens, 80 is It's a Wonderful Life, and 79 is still Return of the King.
This dude really read off 21 movies.
That's right.
Your turn.
I'm not going to do it again for quite a while.
All right, man. Yeah, you're right. Update. So I put 95. Life is
Do not
beautiful.
let me do it again next time, by the way.
Yeah. Let me see that. Yeah, 95. Life is beautiful. 90. Old Boy. 89. The Pianist. 85. Harakiri. Mine's gonna be higher than. All right, sorry.
Yeah, mine's going to be bottom 5 for
63. Goodfellas. 60. Your Name. 50. 3 Idiots. 49. It's a Wonderful Life. 45. Green Mile. 32. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. 30. Aliens. 27. 7. 26. Fight Club. 25. Avengers Endgame. 15. Gladiators. 14. Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. 13. Spirited Away. 12. Parasite. 11. Forrest Gump. See, it's getting tight. 8. The Prestige. 7. Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Ugh.
And then 3. The Shining.
You ranked both Lord of the Rings are on your list exactly where they are on the poster.
Oh, really?
I think
Sell
so.
out.
7 and 14.
dude,
Sell out, you
I'm
sell
a
out.
shill. I'm a shill. I'll admit it.
So,
They're at least within one.
are y'all talking
Yeah.
about the movie Alien or Aliens?
Aliens. We haven't watched Alien yet.
Aliens is in the top 100?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
So good.
Oh,
It's
man.
my number 4.
Sigourney Weaver, right? She's
Yeah,
in.
she's in
That's
both of
the sequel.
Yeah.
That's-
Aliens is the one with the queen and the big Walker Robo thingy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Exorcist.
Freddie Mercury.
What just
I
happened?
was like,
We
I
should
don't
probably
remember
get
him
to the
being
phone
in there.
call.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Yeah. Let's.
Well,
let's-
it's been a while since we've done a long
let's make
episode.
that phone
Glad
Yeah,
we're here.
last week.
For the record, I'm so sorry to everyone who wanted more Lord of the Rings talk.
Do they know that it's coming?
No, they don't.
All right, I'm just
More Lord of the
confirming I
Rings
typed
talk
it
or the
right.
call?
Let's just see how this works out for him.
Who are we calling?
We'll see.
I don't know this game.
I guess you and I should just be quiet.
All right,
Yeah,
and I don't
shut
know
up
because
now.
you just gave me a number.
So
That's right.
He's taking lead.
That's right. Somebody can.
It's not Bob Goff, is it?
Oh God. Is Boston hat on?
This
Or is that a
tough.
Bob hat?
This is tough. Hold on 1 second. I'll reach out to him.
You already texted him. I saw I left you on red.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Did you see who it was?
No, it was just a number on his laptop.
No, that was me sending the number to Ryan.
Your call has been forwarded to an
no.
automated.
No, don't do that.
It's gone.
Remember when we call them, it doesn't call from your number. It calls from our Google
No,
number.
I do remember. I was just hoping that in their goodwill, they would answer.
Nah, man, we look like a spam call.
I think
All
it
right,
says
do it
spam
again.
risk.
Do it again.
Did it really?
No.
He said, answer right now.
Hello.
Hey, Bailey. Welcome to the 3 Dudes in a Movie podcast. You're on with the crew here, and how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
That's awesome. Do you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Hey, Bales. It's Marty Bedwell here with 3 Dudes in a Movie, the podcast. Glad to have you.
Hey, Bailey, this is Tristan. I'm the plus.
It's the 3 Dudes in a Movie.
And
plus.
of course, don't forget.
This is Ryan. I'm one of the 3.
Oh, was I supposed to wait?
No, you're good.
Yeah, I
Okay.
want you to soak it in. This is your moment.
Yeah, you want to come downstairs?
Bailey, yes, hey, Bailey, are you going to let the people know that you're in the house right now?
Take it in. How does it feel?
Well,
on
you
the
already did.
All right. You're on the podcast. Do you know how this works?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, I do.
Loyal listener. Hey, so we just recorded, or we're in the middle of recording our Lord of the Rings 2 Towers episode.
Boo.
What are your
So
thoughts?
excited.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
Well, I've only seen the third Lord of the Rings.
Okay. So what do you think happens before that?
So- well, probably some
You're right, Bailey. Nothing.
journeys.
Nothing happens.
Now I want you to remember this next time you want to be on the podcast.
All right.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. There is some sort of journey. That's a good answer. Well, hey, we don't have a lot of time. We're running up on an hour and 45 minutes. So if you could,
That's what it feels like.
if
She's
you-
like, yeah, we're watching something after this, remember?
If you could, oh yeah, that's right. We are watching Mike Vecchione's special. If
Shameless
you could
plug, Mike
please
Vecchione.
pick a number between 1 and 100, that would be great. And stay on the line because we don't know. Knowing you're going to choose what we already choose. But go ahead.
Wow, thanks for the confidence.
Of course.
Oh, no.
57.
No,
57.
Oh, that's a good number.
Pretty sure we've already.
10,
All right.
20, 30, 40, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Never heard of this movie even once. It is called The Lives of Others.
Have you heard of The Lives of Others, Bailey?
Never in my life.
All right. Well, now you got to watch it. So,
Is it a silent film?
Jude, can I Google it real quick and see what comes up?
well, Bailey, it's been nice talking to you. Any
Yeah.
other closing thoughts you have? Thanks for being on the podcast, being part of it.
Yeah, no, I'm just honored to be called
All
and
right.
mentioned.
Yeah. Sarcasm. The sarcasm is cutting me right now. Well, have a good rest of your night. We'll be talking to you.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Dude, this movie
I'll see you in
is
2
so
seconds.
German.
The
Oh,
Lives of
gosh.
Others. Is this another Holocaust movie?
In
I have to
1983, East Berlin dedicated Stasi officer Gerd Weisler, doubting that a famous playwright is loyal to the Communist
this
Party,
racist?
receives approval. I'll stop.
Okay.
Receives approval to spy on the man and his
It's
actress
Ray
lover.
Fiennes, dude.
Dude, Weisler sympathetic. Dude, this man's gonna stalk this couple and
looks
fall
like
in love
a-
with their love.
That already happened. You guys seen that? Not Tom Hanks. Who's the guy who killed himself? Robin Williams. Look up.
1 hour photo. Yeah, yeah.
That already
that
happens.
is
He
what
falls in love
Kinda
with that
looks like,
family.
this guy kind of looks like Christoph Waltz.
He says that guy who killed himself. Dude, Chris Cornell.
Oh man, no,
We're
we're not.
Ray Fiennes.
No, I was joking. That was
That's
shocking.
not him.
Dude, did
No,
you guys know that
Ulrich
his name is Rafe Fiennes? This
Yeah.
is for our listeners. We've had this conversation. But every time I say it, if you just say it fast enough, you say Ray Fiennes. But it's Rafe Fiennes.
That's right. That's right.
And that's wild.
Well, guys, any other closing thoughts before we get off here tonight?
Man,
Ryan's like they ruined it.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah.
Ryan's never going to forgive us for
No,
not
sorry.
This will be my
Sleep
last
over
appearance on the show.
Yeah, apparently.
for not talking about
And in
Two
his house,
Towers.
probably.
Yeah.
I'll just turn his mic off and not record it and make him think he's on the podcast.
Dude, you have no idea how often my wife does that. Just in life.
Video games just
Yeah.
to plug the. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. No, it's gone.
Oh,
That
I'm
was-
back.
That was funny. I don't care
Look
who
who's
you are.
back.
Yeah,
Back again. All right, let's
Yeah.
leave now.
All right, we love you
Hey,
guys.
we
Thank
love-
you guys
we
for
love you.
listening.
Thanks for-
tune in for our next episode, The Lives of Others. Have a good one. Yeah, talk to you later.
Thanks for listening to the 3 Dudes in a Movie podcast. We appreciate you. Feel free to follow us on Instagram And be sure to give us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. Have a great day, and remember, movies are good. All right, bye.